Hello everyone, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Indi Dwi from HI86 English 5 class. Okay, this time I will present my research paper entitled of International Relations Student Perception of Indonesian Educational Quality Development in Achieving Sustainable Development Goals in Point 4 Quality of Education. So, in this presentation, there's several content. So I will present my outline in this presentation. The first one is about introduction, research question, literature review, research methodology, result and discussion, and the last conclusion. Okay, we're moving on to introduction. As we know, education is one of the problems that emerged in 21st century. That's why a lot of country make some common goals that can achieve in 2013 in form of SDGs or Sustainable Development Goals program that containing 17 goals and 169 targets, which are global action plans for the next 15 years. It means from 2016 until 2013. SDGs is aims to end poverty, reduce inequality, protect the environment, and also increasing human quality. And then the study aims to determine how much influence of SDGs has on the growth of quality of Indonesian education and the possibility of success in this agenda from point of view of international relations students who are considered substantially understanding about the SDGs program. And this research was conducted to describe about first one, the efforts made in achieving the SDGs target and goals for, and then how good education should be, and the last is the possibility of Indonesia being able to achieve the SDGs target by 2013 in goals 4. Okay, we're moving on again in the research question. I taking 3 research questions. The first one is, does Indonesia have a good quality of education? Second one is about, can Indonesia achieve the SDGs goals for in 2013, especially in international relations student perspective? And then the last is, does Indonesia have the potential to achieve the SDGs in the goal 4? Okay, we're moving on to the literature review. There's several ways to improve the quality of education in Indonesia. In the presentation in here, I will take several aspects that can increasing the quality of education. The first one is change in the learning curriculum, such as KTSP or maybe Kurtilas. And then the second one is improving the quality of the teachers. And third, various educational assistants such as school operational assistant or BOS, Dana Bantuan Sekolah. And then student special assistant or BKM, and many others. And then the fourth is advanced and decent educational facility and infrastructure. As we know, if the educational facility are in a good and modern condition, so the student can carry out their educational comfortably. And then the equitable education, reduce the eradicated corruption, because there are many schools that are expected to become fortresses that uphold the value of honest, in fact, highlighting the practice of corruption to the student. And then in the SDGs itself, in the SDGs point 4, the education goal, it aims to ensure inclusive and equitable quality education and promoting lifelong learning opportunity for all. That's why in these SDGs, especially in the goal 4, it's made up of 10 target. It is contain 5.1 target until 4.10 target. Okay, we moving on to the research methodology. In this research, invitation to the student to participate in this research are carried out online via Google form, and participants are voluntary. And the data analysis was used to answer 3 research questions using 6 parameters, such as strongly agree, neutral, disagree, and strongly disagree. And also in this questionnaire, limits the answer of the participant by providing answer choices to the 2 questions in the questionnaire. And then we're moving on to the result and discussion. The first chart pie, you can see in the quality of education in Indonesia in international relation perspective, there is 45% international relation student thinking that education in Indonesia is still not really good and not really bad, and in 50-50 position. And the other things like 29% is disagree, and 14 is strongly disagree. So it's more it's more thinking that Indonesia have a low quality of education. And the second bar chart, there is about the most important aspect that should be corrected in Indonesian education. There is teacher quality, study duration, education curriculum, educational facility, and the student daily assignment. And then the third bar chart is unfolded education criteria. It's more neutral in educational facility, equal access to education, qualified and training teaching staff, and universal literacy and numeracy. Okay, and then the last bar pie chart is possibility of Indonesia being able to achieve SDGs in point 4. So international relations student more thinking that Indonesia still in a low position. That's why, based on the questionnaire that have been distributed, it was found that most students consider that the condition of Indonesian education was still in the low category, where most students that the educational curriculum, teacher quality, and facility were the top 3 aspects that Indonesia had to fix. This result is almost similar to the finding put forward by Ted Determinist in his book What School Could Be, that success of education is generally influenced by the teaching staff. And then Albert Einstein once said, everybody is a genius, but if you judge a fish by its ability to climb a tree, it will live its whole life believing that it's stupid. So it's not depend on the what curriculum that should be, but it's depend to the student potential. So the teachers' rules is to increasing the potential that students have. Okay, and then we move on to the last slide, conclusion. So it can be concluded in this study that the quality of education in Indonesia is still classified as medium to low. This was obtained from our understanding and knowledge of condition and ability of Indonesia to achieve a better and more sustainable quality of education in 2013 as scheduled in SDGs. The result of this study suggests that Indonesia education has a series of things that must be improved in order to achieve the SDGs point 4. The problem faced by Indonesia are slightly different from the problem of education in other countries, like facility constraint, the form of archipelagos separated by water or sea, awareness of education that has not yet been improved is a problem itself for Indonesia. Okay, maybe that's it for my research presentation. Thank you for your attention. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.